Feeling myself, I'm 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 feeling myself. I'm with some hood girls looking back at it and a good girl in my tax bracket. Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, it's gonna be a super chill, get ready with me. I'm getting ready to go to my boyfriend's game, and I was on live the other day and we decided for me to film a get ready with me and answer the questions that you guys asked me on live. So today I'm just gonna be doing my makeup. I already did my hair on live just now. I installed my wig and curl my hair on live. So now I'm on here about to do my makeup, and I'm just gonna answer y'all questions while I do that. Okay, so today I'm going for a really dewy look. It's kind of cool outside, and I love dewy makeup even though I have oily skin. So I'm gonna make it nice and dewy, but I'm gonna make sure that I use 2 primers just so I can look dewy, but I won't get oily. Okay, so the first question that you guys asked me was, do I think that moving on too fast is a bad thing if the vibe is on point? I feel like everyone has their own time frame of moving on. Some people, after a breakup, it may take them a while to get into another relationship or, you know, to start dating again. But for some people, their heart heals pretty quick and they get over relationships quick. So I feel like if you're healed, or if you're over your relationship or whatever the case may be, then yeah, if the vibe is on point with someone, I don't see a problem. When people say you move on fast, like what is fast? Like, you know, who are you to tell the next person what's fast, you know, to move on? Some people say a month after a relationship, if you already start dating somebody else, that's fast. Some people say if you don't give yourself 6 months, that's too fast. So there isn't really a specific time frame that one should take when moving on from a relationship. I feel like it's, for one, it depends on the relationship, you know, how long you were with the previous person, how and why the relationship ended, and also on the, you know, specific person, like how fast. Let me put some more on my nose because my nose is the oiliest part of my face. You know, I think it depends on a specific person because everyone heals, you know, at a different time frame. So I think it really just depends, honestly. Most of these questions, I'm forewarning y'all, most of these questions are about my boyfriend. I don't know why. Like, most of these are about my boyfriend or my current relationship, which is fine, I guess. All right, my next question is, do I think he's the one? Yes, I do think Justin is the one. I'm not really gonna get into too much details because I feel like I'll answer more in depth as I go further down the list, but I guess we'll just have to see if he is the one. Question number 3. So hard to like talking to your eyebrow. The third question is, how do I feel about my new relationship? I feel like it is what it should be. Like, that's the best way to describe it. Having a history of being in bad relationships, like, it really can like take a toll on you, and you start to like think like, is that all life has to offer as far as relationship goes? Like, when you go from one unhealthy relationship to another, after a while you start to think that, you know, all relationships are going to be like that. Even when we were in like the talking stage or like the dating stage, it's just like we always had that conversation, like our relationship really is what it should be. Like, it started to feel like it was too good to be true, but we realized like, no, this is what it's supposed to be. Like, relationships are supposed to be healthier. They're not supposed to be stressful all the time. You're supposed to enjoy your significant other, and that's what relationships are supposed to be like. So how do I feel about my new relationship? It is what it should be. What's the difference about your new relationship or man that differs from your last relationship or boyfriends? Out of all my relationships, I feel like this is the only relationship that I have that's reciprocal. And by that, I mean we handle everything like as a team, as a unit, like from day one though. Like, that's not even something that started once we became boyfriend and girlfriend. Even when we were in the dating stage and even before we were exclusive, we always just carried each other as one person. Like, and I never had that. Like, I've been in relationships where it was always like one person was trying more than the other, or one person was in it more than the other, whether it was me or the other person. But I've never been with someone where everything was equal. When we have problems, we both kind of feel the same way about our problems. Like, if I'll have a problem with him,
he'll have like the exact same problem with me. And it's not intentional. Like, we don't intentionally try to like match up everything, but we're just like really, really in sync. And it's difficult at times because we are so much in sync, but it makes our relationship it just keeps everything going with us always being like a unit, like as one person. Like, and it's better because it's always been like that. Like, we didn't force it. We didn't have a conversation to like try to make things like that. It just kind of happened naturally. Like, I feel like our relationship it's so equal and it's so just authentic. Like, everything is just 50-50. Like, it's not 60-40 or 30-70. Like, we in it together, and like every step that we take, we're like on the exact same page. It's never like he's in it more than I am or I'm in it more than he is. Like, everything is equal. I hope I remember to do a full dewy face because I don't usually do a dewy look. I'll do a dewy look, but I want to do all dewy. Like, I want to do a cream blush, cream contour. Like, I usually use powder blush and powder contour, so I hope I remember to do everything. And for my foundation, I'm using my L'Oreal True Match Lumi Healthy Luminous Makeup. Gives me a nice glow. Should I put some? I'm not gonna put no underglow on. My next question is, are you happy? Happiness is something that I'm constantly trying to work on. Like, of course I have moments when I'm like, I get sad. I'm not nearly as depressed as I used to be. Just thank the God for that. Like, seriously, because I used to be like really like down and gone. But happiness, like I said, is something that I'm continuing to work on. I'm not happy every single day, to be honest. Like, I could lie and say like, oh yes, I'm so fucking happy. I'm not happy every day. I get stressed out easily about life, about my future, about what may be going on, not knowing what's next for me. Like, that shit like really stresses me out and it makes me sad sometimes. But like I said, I'm definitely happier and a lot better off than I used to be. So at least we're moving in the right direction. The next question is, would you kiss a girl again? If I was single, yes, I would. How did your boyfriend react to you being a YouTuber? How did you think he would react? Okay, so I found this out like later on, once we like started dating and actually started talking and stuff. But he found out I was a YouTuber from like our first conversation that we had. And I know now that he thought like, oh, like, okay, she do YouTube. But he said like when he followed me on social media, he was like, oh no, she's like really legit. Like, she actually does it. And he likes it, I guess. I mean, I don't think he, I don't think he dislikes it or, you know, yeah, so. And how did I think he would react? I didn't really have any thoughts about how I thought he was going to react, honestly. Our relationship just kind of happened, so I didn't really do too much thinking about stuff like that. Next question is, how long did it take for you to smash the new teddy? It took about a month. Yeah, got my number. Yeah, it was about a month. The next question is, do I wish I finished college? I do kind of wish that I finished college. Although the degree wouldn't have really done much for me, kind of wish I finished just to say that I finished, you know? Like, I left for that reason. The degree would not have helped me, and I still feel as though the degree won't help me. But I kind of wish that I just finished it just to say, like, be able to say that I'm a college graduate, you know? What's your career now, and would you leave it to do YouTube full-time? I actually do YouTube full-time now, so yes. What is my biggest regret? My biggest regret is the relationship that I had the end of last year. Relationship was just an L, like a huge L. So, is your new boo the only person you dated in college, and how did you adjust? Yes, he is the only person that I've ever dated that's in college. It wasn't that big of an adjustment. We have a really great line of communication. We're always talking, like even before I moved down here, we're always talking. So it wasn't really that big of an adjustment, you know, especially since he already has his degree. I don't know how much it would have been different if he didn't already have his degree yet, but he's here now mainly for football. Like he's here for football. Like that's the reason that he's here now. He already has his degree. So I'm pretty sure it would have been different if he was still an undergraduate. But since he's a graduate student, I really only share him with football. I don't really share him with school or like the college life. You know, he already had that whole college experience, so all the partying and just Although you know how college is, I don't really deal with that because he already had that experience before he met me. I remember to do a cream contour. Go me, go me. Getting excited. Game starts in 1 hour and 7 minutes. I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. Do I want to get married? Yes, I do want to get married. I aspire to be a wife and a mother before anything else, honestly, y'all. That is like my #1 dream, to be a wife and a mother. So, yes, I do want to get married. How and why did I decide to YouTube full-time? I just did it. Like, that's the how. I just did it. And why? It just happened. Like, just God working, how he working. It just happened. Tips on adjusting to being in a long distance relationship. I guess it depends on the circumstances, because if you're like in 2 different countries, it may be different. And if you don't have like, you don't know when the next time you're going to see your significant other, all that plays a role. Like I said, with Justin and I, we knew each time we were going to see each other originally, like the dates I was coming to North Carolina and all of that. So it made it easier because it was just like a constant countdown to when the next time we were going to see each other. And communicating is the #1 thing when you're in a long distance relationship. Communication and trust. We basically, when he left for school, we were on FaceTime 24/7. Like, I'm not joking. Like, every night when we went to sleep, we were on the phone for hours before we went to sleep, just talking. And then we would go to sleep on the phone. And then we would wake up and still be on the phone. And we would stay on the phone until one of us had something to do. I was working in sales, so I was allowed to stay on my phone pretty much all day at work. And I only had to not talk to him when he was at practice or in a meeting. That was the only time we weren't on the phone. When he was going from practice to a meeting, that little walk, we were on the phone. The second he got out of practice, we were on the phone. Like, we were on the phone 24/7. So I feel like talking and communicating with your significant other, FaceTime, it's your best friend. Like I said, of course, if you're in 2 different states, 2 different countries, or 2 different states in the time zone. I forgot to do the cream blush. Is it too late? I knew I was going to forget something. But, of course, if you're in 2 different states and a time difference, and you have a time difference, that's going to play a role. We're only, 8 hours away, so our time difference was, we didn't have a time difference. It was the exact same time, so we didn't have that problem. But if you're dating someone in California and you're East Coast, or you're dating someone in another country, that may be a problem because y'all working with 2 different time zones. And it was just like, I could see how that could be a problem. I'm an idiot because I was supposed to put my contacts in and I forgot. I was supposed to already have them in so my eyes can adjust. Every time I put my color contacts in, my eyes need to adjust to them. I don't know why, but my color contacts are weird. The next question is, do you plan on living with your boyfriend? Of course, we already decided on the state we're going to buy a house in. So, yeah, we're going to buy a house one day and all that. So, that is the plan. What I am going to do now is change my contacts. Put my color babies in. Gotta wait for my eyes to adjust, so that's annoying. You can't even really see, like... here we go with the nonsense. This shit uncomfortable when I first put them in, and I hate it. This eye feels perfectly fine. The next question is, where do I see myself 4 years from now? 4 years from now, I see myself married, newly married. Yes, blush. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray my face before I apply my highlighter, just so I can have that overall nice dewy look. And when I put my highlighter on, it pops. And anyway, that was the wrong spray. How did we meet? Okay, so let me tell y'all the story of how Justin and I met. I was working at Cricket's, and my closest friend, she works at the Sprint store next to Cricket. So every day she would come up to my job to speak to me, or I would come down there and speak to her. So I had just got hired at my new job, And I was going down there to tell her the good news. Like, I was all excited. And I went down there with no shoes on because at Cricket, it was very chill. I didn't wear shoes all the time at work. So I didn't have any shoes on when I got the news that I got the new job. So, yeah, I'm going to have to take this contact out again because it is not comfortable. So I went down there to tell her, and I went in there all excited with no shoes on. And when I walk in, he, like, looked up, and he was just looking at me like, who is this chick that just walked in here with no shoes on acting like this? And I had to keep acting how I was acting because I had already blew my cover. And he already realized that I was nuts. So I realized, like, oh, shit, you're going to have to redeem yourself. So I text my friend. I went back to my job, and I text my friend. And I said, who is that man sitting next to you? The message said, you know I like him hefty because he's all chubby and cute. And she know I like him chubby and cute. So I said, I want parts. Like, put me on. Like, all I need is the Instagram, and I can do the rest after that. So that's exactly what I did. I followed him on Instagram, and like I knew he would, he slid into my DMs. All I had to do was follow him. Followed him, liked some pictures. I liked some pictures back. Slid in my DMs, all casual, like, where you been at? I said, I've been right next door. He said, oh, all right, I'm about to come up there and talk to you. I said, cool. So he came up to my job, and we was just standing outside my job talking for like a half an hour about football and YouTube. That's all we talked about. He went back to work. He DM'd me again like a week later, like, you always eating good. Because y'all know, if you follow me on Instagram, y'all know the bitch is always eating good. I'm like, yeah, so you trying to take me out? I just got a new job. Take me out to celebrate. He was like, bet, I'm not from Baltimore. Put me on with a spot. I'll take you out. I said, cool. And the rest is history. How did you start getting paid sponsorships? I just started getting emails. As you grow on YouTube and as you get more of a following, they naturally will come. Honestly, you can go out and get them if you want. You can reach out to companies. I didn't do that. But just make sure you have your business email in your description box under your videos. And eventually, if they see that you have a nice following and that you're consistent, you'll start to get those emails. And once you start, they don't stop, honestly. Like, the more you do sponsor videos, the more sponsor videos you'll get. And so make sure you apply mascara on that top lash. Okay, my top lashes are on. You have a time frame from meeting someone to liking them to the talking stage to dating them, and what are things you take into consideration during that time? I do not have a specific time frame. I literally just go off of vibes. What are things you take into consideration at that time? Yeah, I literally just pay attention to vibes. Best mascara on the market is better than sex. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Bottom lashes today. We are not. This Better Than Sex is giving me the life that I need, so we just gonna leave her how she is. However, we are going to put on some more highlighter in my inner corner. How did you meet your boyfriend, and what did he do that made you think he was the one? I already said how we met each other, but when did I start thinking he was the one? I think I really realized he was the one where we could literally like sit up and talk about the Bible for like an hour and then go to the strip club. Like, and get lit together. Like, I know it sounds like what, but seriously, like, he's perfect. He's perfect. Like, we're like this, like peanut butter and jelly, like yin and yang, ketchup and mustard, cereal and milk, all that good stuff. Like, we just like this. We just match up, you know? That's something like, this is my man. Like, he might be the one. And when he started, girl, the way he owned up to his wrongdoings, when he wrong, he'll say he's wrong. Let me tell you the best part. If the man say he gonna work on something, or he say he gonna fix an issue, I don't gotta ask him twice or 3 times or 4 times or 5 times. If he say he gonna work on something or he gonna fix an issue, he really gonna do that. He's like really a man of his word, and that's like just okay. So my makeup is pretty much done except for my lipstick. I'm gonna put that on last because by the time I finish taking out my hair and put on my clothes and everything, it's gonna be messed up. So let's go get dressed while I answer these last 2 questions. The next question is, how does it feel to be dating a college athlete? I love dating a college athlete. Here's my outfit. I love being a football girlfriend. See, perfect time to answer that question. And of course, the back says J Cook 55. So to answer the question, I love dating a college athlete. I love football in general. Like, I love the sport. I love going to football games. And I love that my boyfriend is like a bomb player. And I get to watch him play and be my best football girlfriend I can be. This is probably not going to stand because it's on the bed. It's crooked. Here's a trick, guys. Take your bonnet and you put this on your face when you put your shirt on so the makeup doesn't... Oh, I just ripped the tag. I was about to flip. So the makeup doesn't get on the shirt. But I have to put my bra on, so hold on. Ta-da! And I was supposed to wear this, like I said, in October. It's a little warmer outside. It's not hot, but it is warm enough to put my sleeves up a little bit. And today we're gonna do silver jewelry. Of course, we gotta put on a Fossil watch. Fossil is my favorite brand of watches, if you didn't know. And should I wear both of these bracelets or just one? Yeah, we gotta do both. I gotta be saucy like my man. My man always come with the sauce and the drip, so gotta be like J Cook, you hear me? Ow. J Cook, okay? Long as you know, baby, in case you forgot, boo. In case you forgot. Saucy like my man. I'm saucy. Where his chains at? And I wish he had a silver one. I'm saucy like my man. I'm saucy like my man. You know what's up. Take your deodorant. Only wear spray deodorant. And just... So I'm not going to show y'all my full outfit until we're done. Let's take this hair down. And I put some bomb layers in my hair last night, y'all. I was going for like a natural length. I think this hair was 18 inches. I cut it to about 16 with some fire layers in it. I'm gonna comb them out. I was going for like a natural silk press pin curl look. So hopefully I'm getting that vibe. It sucks, y'all, because I wanted to drive over to the game, but he said I can't because he didn't get his parking pass yet. And I'm wearing heels, so I'm really not trying to walk over there. But if I drive his car, it's gonna get towed. So, therefore, I'm either gonna wear sandals over there, which I don't like to do. It's a habit. My mom got me like that. Like, she always told me if you wear heels, you wear heels. If you wear sandals, you wear sandals. But all that like switching shoes and stuff, like, that's why she had me walking in heels in the house at a young age to train myself. But the heels that I'm wearing today, y'all, I haven't worn them yet. So I didn't even get a chance to like break them in. I don't want my feet to be hurting by the time I get to the damn field. So I don't know what I'm about to do. So should I finger? Yeah, I'm gonna finger it out. All right, so you wanna do a side part. Who was I fooling? Do I not know myself? Something's off, and I don't know what it is. I think it's the fact that this part doesn't go all the way back. I will say that about this wig. This frontal does not go far back at all. Maybe do half up, half down then, because let me just, all right, we're gonna put some dry shampoo on her. Get this body flowing.
Blade.